I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins. Thanks for being part of the channel. Today is Friday, July 21st, 2023. It is, wow, we already passed midway year through the year. And we might do a mid-year prediction show because we got a lot of people with a lot of prediction. And we could do like a year-end prediction show for Mike in the Night if you guys want to do that with Collins. I would appreciate that very much. And if you guys are into that, because everyone really likes our prediction shows we do once a year. We got the Saxon of Riverstone saying, "Hey, what's up, buddy? Hope everything's well." I think I just read your comment on Facebook the message you sent me on Facebook, and yeah, I just wanted to come on and just kind of talk a little bit and see what people are up to or what's happening in some of the headlines and where it's happening, you know. And if you guys want to share this and be part of the community, long-standing community, been streaming since 2012 and steady streaming since 2012. And I get a lot of people say, like, Mike, what are you talking about? It's Mike in the Night. Okay, I get it. I see you're there from 2016 and then heavy in 2017 and Mike in the Night. I get it. I could see that. But how do you tell people you're streaming before then? We were doing a show called Trends in the Housing Market. It was a 2-hour call-in show where people would call in. People would call in from all over the Commonwealth, and they would basically give us an update on what is happening financially, economically, and real estate wise on the show. And that was a really good show. So we got Crosshatch in the Crosshatch just joined us. Good day. And hello, my fellow pork chop. That's Neo Moir. How you doing? Larry Raymond says, "Good day, Mike and all." GTO Mama in the house. Good morning. Saxon of Riverstone. That's a long time, Mike. Okay, then it must have been on Instagram you messaged me because I just saw you. I just saw a message you sent me. Morning. Okay, so we got Junkyard Dog that's crossing, or I don't know where he's going right now. I think he was in Alabama recently. Neo Moir saying, "I'm moving to San Miguel." Yeah, I might be joining you there soon. Yeah, our services, European expansion is no longer needed. Too expensive in Canada. Hey, Spark Jive. Wow, Spark Jive joined the family. Spark Jive's been, I don't know, Spark Jive's been part of this channel for, I don't know, maybe 8, maybe 10 years now when we're doing trends in the housing market. And it's been part of this family for, I don't know how long now. It's been a while now. So thanks for joining the family, Spark Jive. Thanks for being part. You've always been part of this family anyway. Oh, no, I'm saying, Mike, 2012 is a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time coming now, folks. It's been a long time coming. And we've created such a good, just an incredibly great platform. Like an incredibly great, positive, like, you know, kind of talking our way through this. Mind you, I've endured 16, 17 suspensions now. It is what it is. But I do want to tell you guys a little bit of I kind of want to touch on something. I've taken the time the other day. This was at the shop, at the store. There was a good 2-3 hour window where it was quiet. And I had a bit of time on my hands. I went through all of my YouTube suspensions. And I grabbed the titles. And to find out if anyone was saying the same thing around the same time, and I got suspended. So I got suspended from several videos, and I would take the title, paste it, and I would see other channels actually created the same video I did, actually read the same article I was reading in my video, but their video was posted 2 days after my video was originally posted. And then I go to the channel, they have 500,000 or 250,000 subscribers. And I'm realizing that this controlled opposition is a lot bigger, way bigger than we can ever fathom, imagine. I think 98% of anything out there that's in favor of the people, or it looks like to be in favor of the people, is is controlled opposition. So I took every video I got suspended from, took the title, and then put it in. And 9 out of the 15 video strikes or like suspensions over the time that I had, other channels made the same video, reading this pretty much the same articles and the same language I was using. But they were okay to keep their videos up. Right? So that is something people need to keep in mind. I'm starting to see, and I'm starting to almost lose. Like, how many people aren't controlled opposition out there? So we got Nick is Free. What's up, buddy? Ricky Spanish joined the party. GTO Mama is in the house. Or are you just too soon? No, GTO Mama, no, it's not being too soon. It's not, hon. I see 2 days after I made my video, someone else made the video reading the same article. So, guys, I want to really severely, sincerely warn you because I actually care. I really believe that there's an incredible amount of controlled opposition out there. It's beyond what you could ever fathom and imagine. It's starting to come down on me, and it started to trickle down like information being downloaded. And I'm starting to see, I've been reached out 2 times. And I don't know if it's on my main channel I made the video or if it's on my backup channel. They reached out 2 times and wanted me to change my stance, and I could save lives. I could save a lot of lives. And oh wow, I don't know if the video's even up. I could save a lot of lives if I just changed my tune, and I refused. They were going to promote me. They were going to pay me. They were going to do a lot of good stuff for me. Trust me, they were. I read the email here. Let me see if I could find the video here so I could show you guys. I actually physically read the email, and it was 2 times. And I'm just wondering how many people were reached out by this umbrella company, this corporate entity umbrella company that no longer exists anymore, might I say, that I looked back into and researched to try and figure out who are these people, what do they want, and what do they want me to sell. And it's bad news, folks. It is bad news. I can't find... I'm just see if I could find... So, simply telling the truth. Is that the one here? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's on the backup channel then. And I really want to show this to you because I think this is very important, because I think this is actually going to be bigger. And would it be exposed? I don't know. Should they expose it? If they want to throw people on the bus, yeah, they will expose it to people that sold out, right? And let's see if I could find it here. This is really, I don't know. My concern about this is, see if I could see bias out. Right here. There's the video here for you guys. There it is. They try to buy me out for the 3rd time or bribe me. And I probably had a chance to take it to the next level, or maybe become a sellout, so to say. Maybe make some money. But I've turned it down politely. I've received my 3rd acquisition via email. We want a partnership /co-op/collaboration. It's the email. It's the 3rd one I've received. We love your channel and we would love to collaborate with you. How would you like to be on the front line saving lives? So I don't want to go too far with this, guys, because I don't want to get this video taken down. So I've been reached out several times. They would grow my channel. They would. I just have this feeling that there's an incredible amount of controlled opposition, and I believe it's a lot more than you guys could ever imagine. It goes real deep. And I think it's the people that don't get out there are the ones that are the ones you should be looking at. We don't get out there. We've been 5,000 videos later. People don't even know we exist. And that's kind of a good thing in a way, because it kind of shows, you know. We got Sheridan Forbes in the house. We got the Next Journey in the house. Good morning. Yeah, if you're informed, you're in danger. What time is Saturday Live? Oh, guys, here, let me give you my if you want. I'm not a Rumble hero. Here are the Rumble heroes here. Rumble heroes. Let's refresh and see who's the hero of the day. It looks like Russell Brand. So I'm gonna give you guys my channel here on Rumble, where this is our channel that we go to until we get kicked off the platform again. And so there it is right there. I'm gonna give you guys a link on the live. If you guys want to join us on Saturday night for Mike of the Night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So we got Tiz 2018 tuning in. Sup, everyone's tuning in now. Guys, you might want to kind of scroll it back a little bit just to catch up on what we were talking about. Again, this is, I don't know how to explain this without trying to be, it's incredible. The controlled opposition out there is like 99.8% that's on our side. That's supposedly helping us, or supposedly helping, you know. All the movies are woke. All the new cars are also made woke. Most of the corporations are woke. Everything has gone woke. Let's see. I know we use the word woke a lot in this channel. I don't know if a lot of these videos have been taken down, or what's still available, or what's still available for what. I don't know when the woke term came out. Let's find out. Let's see when we talked about it here on the channel. Let's see when this was. Let's look across our channel. Let's type in woke. I know we got the Woke to Death series that we did. Woke to Death, Woke to Death. Ah, here we go. Mike in the Night. World is going nuts. Woke woman marries a train station. Huh. Oh, we got a timestamp on that from 6 years ago. White people who practice yoga contributes to racism. 2018, the year of woke society. That was from Mike in the Night clip. That was a Mike in the Night clip. That was 5 years ago. Year of the woke society, 5 years ago. So... yeah, we're not woke. We're awake. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah, we're not of this world. It's mostly opposition. That's correct. Take the 5 million buyout, LOL. No, it's not about taking buyouts or selling outs, because I don't know. I know when I die, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Not worried. You know, getting over to the next side. I'm not worried at all. Okay, so let's Reclaim the Net reporting. Reclaim the Net's really good if you guys want to get really good, up to date. So there it is right there. Amazon wants to bring Palm payments to the whole food stores by the end of 2023. So they want to bring in Palm payments, and hopefully it could be added by other stores, and other stores would follow. And this is what they're hoping for. If they can't produce a Palm, they can't buy food. They're going to find a way to block us out of food. The facts are slowly coming to light. There is still time, very little, but in the end, there is a right and a wrong. Just know we are on the right side of this. Tiz, I hope God hears you. I truly hope this war we're fighting is just... On a community section, I posted a video here. A video that we did 8 years ago. That this is what the video stated. We are living in a time where food is the cheapest to produce in most human recorded history. So we were producing food back, according to this video. Let's go to the video here. According to this video, back in January 2015, we were producing food at the cheapest. It was like super cheap to produce food in most human recorded history. As more and more people use credit cards to buy food, it may lead to a potential disaster when these comfortable interest rates go up. People using Homelines credit as ATM machines would be a rude awakening. Hey guys, so what's this bullshit GMOs they put in our food? They said that's supposed to... What's this bullshit? Now, and with the GMOs, this bullshit GMOs they put in our... It's costing less to make the food, more expensive to buy the food, even though, like I said, it's... Okay, let's go back here. I think there's going to be more... Because the price of oil is dropping, commodities keep going up. Even though the price of producing food has gone down and transporting food has gone down dramatically in the last month, it's still becoming more and more expensive to buy the food, even though, like I said, it's costing less to make the food more than ever. In the last 5 years, it's cheaper to produce the food. Now, and with the GMOs, this bullshit GMOs they put in our food, they said that's supposed to produce more food cheaper in larger quantities. Yeah, and how does that work? So, dairy went up 6.8%. Beef and steak and meats went up 10.9%. So I was looking at this. Eggs went up like 7%. And when was this? 8 years ago. This was on 2015. And at this rate, people can't afford to buy food by 2020, buying food on credit cards. So that is something I wanted to add there because it's, I don't know if I was seeing the patterns or I was seeing like this was beyond anything else. So it was cheapest in human history to produce food because of all the ways they were producing food and mass producing, and we were throwing more food away than we were eating. So food in turn should be super cheap. But now, yeah, things are changing fast, folks. They're flipping the script and they're making you think other stuff. So here it is right here. Amazon wants to bring palm payments. So this is how they're going to control our food. Our video that was taken down, we were talking about this digital prison in 2017. Digital prison, digital currency, digital life, digital world. They are going to imprison us in a digital world. And I don't know why that was considered medical misinformation. All right, let's get to some comments here. ABC, the United States is a private corporation started by the Virginia company. Yes, that's correct. Made for one simple purpose: to extract the value and wealth from the land and its employees and citizens. And then this goes back to what I told you guys of the Civil War. That's why the South got smart. The South seceded from the North because they didn't want nothing to do with the North. They want nothing to do with paying the Crown of England interest payments. That's why the South seceded. But now, today, it's about freeing slaves. It's about freeing slaves now. But no, the South did not want nothing to do with the North. The South knew that the North was bad news working with the European. And that's why America created American by Americans to create, the founding fathers created this so they are not on the hook with Europe and pay the Crown. And the South wasn't paying its taxes to the Crown. Oh, that's terrible. And then Abraham Lincoln created the Yankee greenback, and then he got assassinated for that, for creating an independent sound currency in the North. And then he got taken out for that. And then 4 days later, the newsreels hit England and say, oh, he tried to go around the Crown and not pay his taxes to the Crown. This is a good thing that he got assassinated. But a lot of people don't see the full spectrum of history. They don't see it. Okay, so we got GMOs is patent just like jabs. Yep. And then we got, yes, I know, but I think it's hilarious is that none of these people in America realize that the corporate entity has been operating This time, all this time, 23 years against the will of the people. That's right. 3 different religious texts, all there to divide people. And now on food, and I'm not saying anything about the current global situation, but it's interesting that places like Russia make it illegal to grow food. Yes, we actually did a whole video about that in 2015 or 2016. We did a whole video talking about Russia banning GMO foods, Russia no longer this, and then Monsanto wanted to sue Russia or a country that borders Russia because they weren't using GMO corn. Yeah. So the Throttle Cracker's asking, what's the purpose of the holy or the holy sacraments? Well, there's reasoning for it. I'm a Roman Catholic. You could bash me on that all you want. But no, I don't. Obviously, the church is a hierarchy of evil at the top. I know that. And there's a lot more involved to it. And there's a lot more of ritual and stuff that goes with it that we keep sacred and close to our hearts, right? You could call me whatever you want, right? You could make fun of me. You could. So we got Gary Edwins. Someone says, who participates? Yes, I take communion. I participate in holy sacraments. Yes, I do. People should know how easy it is to grow food. Yep. Guys, I'm going to do a food update for you guys. I'll do a food update for you guys more in the next week or so. You got to see my corn. It's coming up to my, I don't know, my chest right now. Someone says you don't have to claim a religion to believe in someone. So been watching you for some time. Thank you, Gary Edwards. All right, so Palm payments. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to get into the whole European expansion thing again. But someone's saying, why, Mike? Why eat human flesh and drink human blood? Why not? Like, what? So, like, why? I'm not going to argue that. That's what I believe in. That's my religion. That's my religion. That's my belief. I could have left my religion years ago. I could have abandoned it. I'm 45. I could make my own choices. But I know what I want in life. And I know what's expected in life, right? Pretend the whole European expansion never happened and Christianity never came to North America. We'd have no infrastructure. We'd have no highways. We would have, go ahead, make fun of me, laugh at me. Go tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, go ahead. Now that everything's built, now they're kicking us all out of the country, right? Go ahead, make fun of me. So I got a lot of people, a lot of people upset in the comments. Well, you know what? I love you. Say what you want to say. Throttle Cracker, I love you, man. I love you more than you'd ever know. You guys have no idea. But that's okay. I've seen a video from Chime where police are going to farms and digging up illegal crops. Yep, they're doing that. Religion is restrictions and rules and ritual. Well, if it wasn't for the restrictions and the rules and ritual, we wouldn't have highways today in North America. Go ahead and make fun of me if you'd like. Go ahead. You wouldn't have a sewer system. You wouldn't have electrical grids. The European Christians that were being persecuted in Europe or hit by famines or hit by whatever, or wars or whatever, that came here to build this in a way off faith and off of creating a promised land for us, for people. Now we're no longer needed anymore. They're going to throw us out. Did you see that explosion in South Africa on the streets? Well, when you get rid of the engineers and the people that built the country, there's no one to maintain that infrastructure anymore. And that's going to happen here in the West. So this is the only God's goodness, the fallen angels, the devil. And then Throttle Cracker says, I love you, bro. That's why I'm here. There you go. There you go. There's nothing more. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a Catholic and can name the 7 holy sacraments, but do not understand most of them even after being educated in the Catholic school system, says Valerie. So, yeah. So you could, there's really short videos. There's shorts. There's good shorts that actually explain all the sacraments. I think they're less than a minute long, and they explain the sacrament in a minute. This is what. This is how it's used, and this is then that was the way. Blah, blah, blah. So we wanted to keep the way of Jesus, the man who threw the moneylenders out of the synagogue, the house of God, and 2 weeks later he was on a cross, right? The man who said that 71 or 74, just check the Bible, 71 years after my death, Jerusalem will fall brick by brick. There won't be a brick laying on any brick. And when will the world end, Jesus? One lifetime after the rise or the building of Jerusalem. So after he died, was it 61 or 50, 81 years later, Jerusalem fell like he predicted, brick by brick. There wasn't a brick. The Romans completely severed. And like he said, people will flee to the north, the east, the west, and the south. The whole Jewish construct, the religion, the faith would be scattered to the wind. And I could actually look at the people or imagine the people back in the year 1300, 1400, 1500 saying, wow, it looks like Jerusalem was just a fable, or this whole was just a fable. And it looks like Jerusalem won't be rebuilt. And people living in the 1800s, it looks like Jerusalem won't be built. And then 1941 or 1948, don't quote me on the year, boom, the illegally union or the allies or the UN illegally voted in a state in 1941-42. And then they dismantled the Portuguese Empire in 1974 to 76 and dismantled all the oil and the transports and everything that the Portuguese had going on. So they vote in to dismantle and destroy. Like Gaddafi said, Gaddafi was right. Gaddafi was dead right when he was up there telling what was happening, how it was happening, and how they were taking down the European nations that didn't follow along, right? So Tim is in the house. Yeah, the Book of Thomas. Guys, I keep telling you guys, I don't want to get all spiritual on this thing, but on this episode, but I do want to tell you guys there's a lot of books that were left out of the Bible. Again, when you go to the hierarchy of the church and the evil hierarchy of the church, doesn't represent the peasants on the ground, right? The hierarchy of the Vatican doesn't represent me. I just, once you go into a lot of the books that were left out of the Bible, like the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch is so big. The book of the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the Gospel of Mary. And the church in the year 400, 500 said, we can't have women in the Bible. We have women in the Bible. We cannot have women represented in the Bible as authors. They cannot post they can't publish anything in the Bible, basically. So they took all the women. They took Mary Magdalene, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, and the Gospel of Mary out, and you know. Yeah, Book of Enoch is very important. Book of Enoch is huge, but it was dismissed by the church. So when the spiritual leader dies, the spirituality leaves and it becomes religion/power structure. The church is very anti-feminine. The church is very anti-abortion too, and I'm against. You know, I'm pro-life, so I've been always been pro-life my whole life, and I've always been in favor because a lot of us wouldn't be here today if there was an option for women 24/7 being thrown in their face, that you don't need that child. You're destroying the world. But a lot of us wouldn't be here today. If the propaganda that's out today was out 30, 40 years ago, I'm willing to bet 5 years of my life, a good 50% of us wouldn't be alive today. That's just me. And we got Evolido saying Mike is correct. It was those from the ancient times to the old world to modern world who believe in God that were spiritual, that built the world. That's correct. Now here's the deal with that, guys. We're seeing more and more signs. Let's go. What? Jump right here. Look. Amazon wants to bring palm payments to all Whole Foods stores by the end of 2023. So hopefully they're hoping this catches on to other stores. And if you control the palm, you control the barometrics, you control the people, you control the food. Wow, I love it how we are becoming like a religious stream today. I wasn't expecting that, guys. But I want to defend my faith and I want to defend my people and the persecution that we've been going through. And theaters sabotaging Sound of Freedom audience members charge. So malfunctioning of lights, air conditioning in the Sound of Freedom. It is becoming a hit, and I think it surpassed 100 million, or I don't know. I don't know how much it's. Let me see if it tells us here how much it surpassed. $100 million mark. Yeah, has stunned the movie industry and the nation, and they were almost not going to make this movie. This movie was put out there in 2017 as an idea and the script, and the person that they interviewed that actually they're portraying in the movie was actually shocked that they thought they were going to cut 90% of the script out. Excuse me. So we got people in the comments. Yeah, this is becoming a holy. We're getting holy here this morning on Morning Coffee with Mike. And ABC News, this is what Australia is reporting. The incredible amount of accidents are not being. They've actually been asked. They've been actually asked to hold back on reporting accidents front and center now, even though they're becoming a bigger problem. Canadian housing starts to surge 41%, but government targets are still unrealistic, says Bank of Montreal. Canadian inflation slows, but it's not enough to spark rate cuts. They already want to pivot and they want to cut rates already because people are losing their shirts. And what do we got here? What do we got here? Of course, they're gonna rip whistleblowers because if you get caught doing what you do, but why would they care? Why would they care about being caught anymore? So Tiz sent me $4.99 in super chat. Thank you so much. Totally different subject, but what are your thoughts on the release of millions of diseased mosquitoes in Florida, Texas by certain billionaire? We got that on Mike of the Night. Hold on. Oh God, what episode, guys? Does anyone recall the episode of Mike of the Night where we covered this? We did it twice. We did it on 2019 Mike of the Night, where it was Bill Gates. We were talking about the mosquito thing in 2019 in Mike of the Night, and then we rehashed it again in 2020, and then we rehashed it again 9 months ago or 8 months ago. I don't know if I put it in the title. Mike of the Night Thousands. I don't know. We actually brought that up, and I was... Oh, yeah, that's the one where I was swearing so much, and the soundboard was swearing so much, and I was this effing guy, and this effing... Oh, man, you guys, like, don't watch... I think it was, no, 461, no. Okay, 509, France burns with no confidence in government. I'm scared to play this on YouTube because there might be something on there that will actually terminate my channel. I got to be really careful. Yeah, it wasn't long ago. It wasn't an episode long ago where we brought this up on Mike in the Night. Let me see if there's a way I could search across my channel. I can't even. There's no magnifying glass to search mosquito, but search it on there. I was very, very vocal about this, and I'm surprised it didn't get me kicked off a Rumble. Good day, Mike, says Remy stuff. We're not going to hell. We're already living in hell. Jesus is Savior. Yeah, people, why that? Well, the people are praising the system of their oppressors rather than God. So as long as there is, that is the case, the people will continue to suffer. People don't let government divide you. That's right. Because if you go to the book of Revelation, no, it was a letter to Paul. I forgot who he wrote the letter to, where people were saying, I love how this is becoming spiritual, where the people, he wrote a letter. I wasn't sure if it was the Romans, the Ephesians, or the Galatians. I don't know who it was, but he wrote a letter. And he basically stated that they asked him, we are ready for Jesus to come back. We have stopped working. We are organized. We are fasting. We are praying. We're ready for the return of Jesus. Paul wrote back and said, whoa. No, not yet. If you do not work, you don't eat. Then he said something. You could look it up to confirm what he said. But he stated that it will come a time where an evil man comes to take the place of God, and basically the end of the world will come, right? Just like people for hundreds of years were waiting for Jerusalem to be rebuilt, for thousands of years for Jerusalem to rebuilt for the second coming. And a lot of Christians, Catholics, whatever, lost faith. Said, well, Jesus said Jerusalem was going to come back. One lifetime after the restructuring or the rebuilding of Jerusalem will be the return. And lo and behold, 1941 or 1948, boom, it just got voted in. Alex Jones' comment just disappeared. What happened to it? Guys, I'm not deleting comments, okay? I am not deleting comments. Yeah, rabbit hole my channel, guys. Please rabbit hole the channel. Go over here. Go to the channel, okay? This was a video we made. I like this part. I really like this part. I might make it into a short. 8 years ago, almost 9 years
28% interest. So, I'm just talking about, I think there's going to be more, because the price of oil is dropping, commodities keep going up. Even though the price of producing food has gone down and transporting food has gone down dramatically in the last month, it's still becoming more and more expensive to buy the food, even though, like I said, it's costing less to make the food more than ever. In the last 5 years, it's cheaper to produce the food. Now, and with the GMOs, this bullshit GMOs they put in our food, they said that's supposed to produce more food cheaper in larger quantities. Yeah.
Anyways, so I just want to do a way back playback. Yeah, you just go to the little magnifying glass here. Let me see if it opens my channel here. So you go to the little magnifying glass here. You just type in anything. Money laundering, inflation. Type in anything you want, and you can rabbit hole my channel. Going back. You know, double-digit inflation on the way. Rates stay the same. Brace yourselves. Buy and stock food 5 years ago. We're already warning. Look, wages not keeping up with inflation. Housing out of reach. A working poor society in the West. 8 years ago. I love bringing these videos. I love bringing, because we have the track record here. We've been talking about this and formulating these things so many years now. And we've been, and your comments and your ideas in the comments, and Mike, you should talk about this, or Mike, you should do this. This is like a joint venture here on this channel. Great Canadian peso. Sheridan Forbes brings that up. And that's something we brought up on the channel, on Mike of the Night, actually, quite a few times. And let me show you a picture of what the Great Canadian Peso looks like here, guys. We were talking about on the right here. There's the Great Canadian Peso. The Great Canadian Peso is here. There's a picture there with Justin Castro there. There he is right there. Great Canadian Peso is here. And, yeah, we were trying to warn everybody, you know. Oh, Canadian Peso coming soon, 3 years ago. So we were trying to warn people about this, because this is going to become a major problem. I'm not here, so any kind of discord or any disinformation, go read the actual Bible, the first copy of the unmanipulated text, the book of Leviticus. There will come a time to begins walk amongst you. Yeah, it goes like that. Like, if you want to get into, if you really want to understand, like Islam, for example, you might want to go back to the first version of it, right? There's multiple versions of the Quran, and some scholars say there's 27, some say there's 32, right? And if you go back to one of the earliest versions of the Quran, it's written in Aramaic, and 90% of it is about Jesus. And if you go to the coinage in that time, around the year 7, 8, 900, it's all crosses, right? So the first Quran was written in Aramaic, right? And then it got translated. And then there was so many Qurans that they weren't sure what to do with them, because they were following different, because the Arabic language manifested or grew over the years with the kasra, the fatha, and all the different, grammar was changing in the Arabic language, and the grammar was changing over time. So then you had different Qurans, right? So what they did in 1911 in Egypt, they chose the Hafs. So they chose that one Quran, saying no more debates, no more fighting, no more wars. We're going to choose the Hafs as the original Quran, and we're going to follow this as the true word of God. So they chose the Hafs, and that was the one that they went with. But if you go back far enough and you start seeing the grammar being implemented into the early Qurans, and the changing and complete changing of complete changing of stories, and removing stories and changing things around. It's all the same. It's all like every religion has seen its foundings and its changes that it has happened over the years, right? They're coming for the people who've taken the mark of the beast. So there it is right there. Again, let's go back here. Guys, you know, I keep bringing this. Let's see if it's not taken down. Hold on. Let's see if it's not taken down. Let's see if the videos, I really want you guys to watch this one. Let's see if it's still up. Let's see if it's still up. Please, be up. Don't take me down. 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 Please don't take me down. Oh, I think they took. Oh, no. Oh, it's still up. Here it is, guys. Mike of the Night 4 years ago. Darwin takeover with social credit score, 5G, digital ID, digital currency, thought control 4 years ago. You're going to want to watch this Mike of the Night, Darwin takeover. And
what is your dollar, and where you spend your labor, and how much of it you spend.
That's right.
The Soviet Union had iron control, and it collapsed. China is going to try the same thing. China is not a monolithic people. There's 100 different people groups.
So that's Supreme Canon there talking. And this was on, when the hell did we do this? May the 11th, 2019 on Mike of the Night. This is a really good episode. We go into the digital ID, the digital credit score, the digital everything on what's happening, where it's happening, how it's happening, and how it's going to affect everybody, right? And yeah. So there it is right there. I really want you guys to take a gander at that one. And the amount of backlash I got from a lot, and not the left and the right, people are saying, oh, they're not going to do that. But they were doing this already in Darwin, Australia. That's why it's called Darwin Takeover with Social Credit Score. Because Darwin was the politicians and the governance in Northern Australia in Darwin went to China to buy and implement the cameras and the software to enslave their own people in Northern Australia. So this was already happening before they pulled the trigger on the you-know-what. They were already implementing these strategies into place. There it is right there. You can't make it up, you know? So someone's asking me to punch in coordinates, but I'll do that later. That seems way beyond my technicalities here on a live stream. I've gotten all the GPS locations of underground access points. Wow. So there's some people really doing deep dives here, and people really taking the time to try and better us or save lives. I mean, wow. All right, let's go back to Reclaim the Net here. Let's Reclaim the Net saying. What are they saying here? Okay. FedNow is here. It's called FedNow. And the Federal Reserve says it's not CBDC, but it would make one easier to implement. So the Fed's constant... The Fed now, yeah, of course it's suspicious. We know what's going on. They've been laying this groundwork for years now. Twitter wants to subpoena Senator Elizabeth Warren for communications with government agencies. I heard she's Navajo, or is she Cherokee? I can't remember what it was. Can't remember her ancestry. All right. Private search engine Mojik adds... Openverse, a search tool for openly licensed images. Oh. All right, we're getting into too much politics. Let's move on. I don't mind politics, but Australia's reporting. What are they reporting here? Canadian government and businesses pull advertising from Facebook after company blocks news from feeds. Yeah, we got to hear. Yeah, we got to hear. And I was watching this clip about country singer faces backlash over music video. Of course, anything that's, I don't know, anything that's trying to wake the masses or just get people to wake up to a different point of view is now considered racist or whatever they want to call it. And Statistics Canada says retail sales up 0.2% to 66 billion in May. Retail sales go up. Retailers pay more taxes to the government and basically try to find a way to survive. Someone saying she has no native past. I know, I'm being sarcastic, folks. Come on, man. You got to read through this. I don't want to get my channel terminated, man. Jeez. You guys should know me by now. So, Hong Kong. Okay, what is this? Axe China Initiative's racial profiling legacy haunts scientists in the U.S. Chinese authorities to investigate high-speed rail construction allegations. So, Xi hails farmland and lifeblood of food output as China ups food security drive. Reclaiming new farmland in China, improving its quality, including making better use of large areas of salty soil, topped the agenda. So they're going to start getting more and more serfs to work the land in China. More and more serfs. What else we got here? So Trudeau Liberals claim victory on inflation as food and housing climb. That means they're obviously losing the war on inflation. And guys, this is if you guys want to go subscribe to me here, you're more than welcome. I don't know how long I'm going to be on Rumble until I get taken down, but there it is right there. So if you guys want to, if anyone cares to join us on Mike of the Night, I'm scared to push play on this thing.
Something like
So there's Tommy there on Mike in the Night. We got call-ins from all over. Here is us comparing the BRICS nations to what the Portuguese Empire was in the year 1600. They're just basically rebuilding that and unifying the currency. That's what Portuguese been there, done that in the 1600. While Europe was at war, ripping each other apart, the Portuguese were out expanding and building and building ports for trade. What do we got in Europe? The Ukraine counteroffensive is a myth, says former Polish general. Yeah, they're taking people off the streets. We were covering that on, I think, the last Mike in the Night, where they're ripping people off the streets, young men, to go and fight. Oh, we got artbydano.com, artbydano.net. Don't forget to check them out. And don't forget to check out blackpowderbill.com. Blackpowderbill.com. RT is Rumble. Not sure why that hasn't been taken down. Even InfoWars streams on it. Interesting. That's a very interesting perspective to make. But there's a lot of Rumble heroes. Let's see who's the hero today on Rumble. Oh, Russell Brand, still there. All the Rumble heroes. I just wish a lot of these big people, I just wish all the Rumble heroes were warning people before everything happened and getting people in line. A lot of these people showed up after 2020, 2021, and just reading headlines. Like, we're reading headlines too, but we're also making predictions. We're also taking in your comments. We actually have a prediction show that we do every year since 2016. Let me show you how you could find it. Go back to the channel here. Guys, if you haven't seen this Mike in the Night, Darwin takeover with social credit score, 5G, digital ID, digital currency, thought control from 4 years ago on May 11, 2019. I recommend you guys go see this episode of Mike in the Night. And this is really good.
That you need firearms.
Yeah,
with the kind of
they need a
funky
MAC-10.
animals down there. Yeah, you need a MAC-10. Well, yeah, they used machine guns. They fought a great emu.
So there it is right there. And this is a really good episode because I don't know. I just really think I wish this message got out. I wish I was a Rumble hero or some YouTube hero years ago when this message was trying to get out. I wish there was. I wish there was a way I could go back and... Right, Supreme, I'm going to cut you off. We've been talking for a good while. I want to thank you for contributing to tonight. And that was a really good Mike in the Night, but unfortunately... But anyways, so... What was I going to do here? So there's the Rumble heroes. I just wish... I don't know. I just wish a lot of these guys were here warning everybody about what was going to happen, instead of coming after the fact and becoming Rumble heroes. I don't know. I just wish there was more I could have done. I don't know. I feel like I put all that effort in, but I don't know why it was or how it was or... Okay, a lot of comments in here. Oh, J.K. Rowling was trying to give you a heads up on what they were doing in Harry Potter. You know what? I want to find that Mike in the Night we did with Soylent Green Mike in the Night. It was a really good Mike in the Night. It was a Soylent Green Mike in the Night. And it was in 2019, and we were talking about how Soylent Green takes place in 2022 and this, and they were processing people as food and blah, blah, blah. That was a good Mike in the Night. I'm going to find that one, and I'm going to send it out to you guys too. All the warnings are in the Bible. Start with the book of Daniel and Gideon and Revelation. I've read those books. That's why I make videos. That's why I've read those books. I've read 1984. I've read Soylent Green. I've read Fahrenheit 411. Is it Fahrenheit 411? I've read all those books. Most of them I read in high school. But Bud Light's popularity at bars and restaurants is almost non-existent. Bud Light's popularity at bars and restaurants is almost non-existent, with the boycott still making headlines 3 months after the initial incident, and Bud Light sales and union venues still struggling. Could this have been a basically planned Building 7? Right? Was this pull it? Let's pull it, right? Once you start censoring, you're on your way to dystopia and totalitarianism, says RFK. Pfizer plant damaged in tornado could worsen a nationwide drug shortage crisis. The yield curve is now in the deepest inversion since 1981. Wow. I remember bringing up quite a bit of... let's go back to the channel. Let's see what we were talking about here on the yield. I remember bringing up quite a bit of information on the yield curve. Inverted yield curve explained in 2 minutes. Urgent, the yield curve just inverted. Housing crisis ahead 5 years ago. So this goes back. Uneducated economist, yield curve, market talks. So that's uneducated economist Simon there 4 years ago. 100-year bond. Canadian mortgage-backed securities. Here we go. 4 years ago. And yeah, just doing our thing. No need to read those books. Mike, what happened in Hong Kong mainland will occur in the Western world. Yeah, it's Maoism and all kinds of stuff. And KCCPAC knows we've been talking about these 2019 disruptions, so to say. Right? We were already on the hook on this 2019, the year of the protest. We all were already protesting no confidence in governments, and there it is right there. And there's I don't want to get the video flagged, but
rising prices.
So there was Sudan, all these countries, Egypt, like one country after another, Haiti, Hong Kong. They were all in a lot of trouble with no confidence in government. And then what is the Western media? Greta Thunberg, front and center. It's the humans that are doing this, and it's a climate change spin. They weren't talking about the amount of protesting. We covered this on Mike in the Night. It's on Mike in the Night from 2019. We were covering the worldwide protests and no confidence in governments. And that's on Mike in the Night you might want to watch too. Has the live chat disappeared for anyone else as the next journey? I could see you guys here. Soylent Green is pretty accurate prediction, says Dark Dancer. A vote of no confidence. Right? And that's why they had to. And then it goes back. So YouTube, please don't axe my video. Please don't axe my video. But it is a prediction that we made. And please don't axe prediction. Please. I know they've been axing predictions for the longest time now. And they've been axing prediction videos, but let us at least be allowed to make predictions at least. And if they come true, then you could censor us or whatever, but don't take down the videos. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I can't even find the videos anymore. Everything's, I don't know what's happening, where it's happening anymore. It's so hard to put your finger on the pulse anymore. So much distraction out there. 98% of all the people that are on the right side of things, I'm willing to bet 5 years of my life are 100% controlled opposition. 100%. And oh, my wife is home. I'm going to go say hi to my wife, guys. Yeah, mommy's here. I'm coming, babe. All right, guys. I'm gonna head off and check on my family. And I'll see you guys on Mike in the Night if you guys want to join us on Saturday nights. And if you want to call in, you're welcome to call in to Mike in the Night. We are not, we don't censor anybody. And